Welcome to God's Favoured Shepherds, a collection of 39 short stories rounding out the lives of mainly lesser-known Bible characters, with many of the stories ending with a short quiz. Listen now to the author of God's Favoured Shepherds, Bill Ackland.
The story I would like to share with you today is entitled God's Favoured Shepherds, with the subheading Joy to the World. And this story is based on the second chapter of Luke. My name is Asher. Though you don't know me by that name, I am just one of many thousands of shepherds in the land of Israel. Some shepherds only do this work for what they are paid. They do not have any care for the sheep in their charge. My friends and I, though, work for a wealthy farmer. We love the sheep in our care. We treat them as though they belong to us and lead them to the very best places to the grass they like. When they need water, we know where there is a stream that flows slowly, so they do not get frightened. Sheep never drink from a fast-flowing stream or river, and if a flock of sheep become frightened, it takes much effort to get them to calm down and return to where they should be grazing. We have done this work for many years. Some shepherds among our group are much younger. We older men teach them the best way to look after the lambs and sheep. We have to know each one of them by name. In doing this, we give them each their own name, which they get used to when young lambs and only respond to the shepherd who has looked after them from their earliest days. The nearest town to where our flocks are located is Bethlehem, in the province of Judah known as Ephrata. Even though we are only shepherds, we have picked up from the conversations we have overheard in Bethlehem and the villages nearby talk of the Messiah, that he may be due to appear very soon, or so the prophets have said. We just wonder why the religious leaders have not mentioned this in their discourses in the synagogues, where we go on the Sabbath, when we can get some relief from our shepherding. And then something wonderful and quite amazing happened. The night was very cold. Our shepherd group huddled around some fires we had made to keep us warm. Suddenly we were dazzled by the brightest light that lit up the whole hillside where we were. As our eyes grew more accustomed to the light, what was happening on this dark night, we saw an angel from heaven standing before us who said, "There is no need for you to be afraid, for I have the best news of all for you, which is not for you only, but for the whole world. For this night is born in the city of David a Saviour, Christ the Lord. When you go to look for him, this will be a sign for you. You will find him wrapped in baby clothes and lying peacefully in a feeding trough where cattle are kept." We could not sleep now that an angel had spoken to us. Indeed, we did not sleep again that night. The next thing that happened was incredible. We saw a choir of angels who sang the most beautiful song we had ever heard in a melody straight from the choirs in heaven. Never again did we hear such beautiful singing. I remember the words of the song, "Glory to the great God, may there be peace on earth and kind favour to all men." The glorious sight of the angel choir faded from us as they returned to heaven. We left the sheep where they were and ran down the hillside to Bethlehem. Guided by an angel, we found the place where the baby's earthly parents, Joseph and Mary, were. On one side, we saw the divine babe lying peacefully in the animal trough, for he had been born in a barn. When we saw him, we didn't know what to say, but Mary and Joseph knew how we felt, for they must have felt much the same way. We bowed down low before this little one, who would grow up to be the Messiah. Reluctantly, we left this special family and returned to minding the sheep out on the slopes around the town. As we made our way as quickly as we could up the hillside, we sang praises to God as we went. Never had a group of shepherds been so honoured by the great God of heaven and earth in sending his angels to tell us about the Holy One who had been born to be the Saviour of the world. Yes, we were only shepherds, but God's especially favoured shepherds. I now have a short quiz for you. What was the name given to the leading shepherd in this story? Do sheep drink from any kind of water? Was there one or more than one angel who appeared to the shepherds? Did the angel or angels only talk to the shepherds, sing, or both? When did the shepherds go to see Jesus? And what was the name of the town where Jesus was born in?
You've been listening to God's Favoured Shepherds, a book with 39 short stories rounding out the lives of mainly lesser-known Bible characters. If you have any comments or questions, or to obtain a copy of this book, give us a call within Australia on 02 4973 3456 or send an email to radio@3abnaustralia.org.au. We'd love to hear from you.